Hey guys, it's GameFacer and welcome back to episode 31 of my Liverpool career mode. On today's episode, we've got this game to play against Newcastle, the big final of the Carabao Cup. The cup that everyone tries to win but doesn't really care about. It is a final, it's obviously a trophy and we're going to try and win it if we can. We're going to put out our strongest team in order to be able to win it, and we'll wait and see what comes of it. Apologies if this video is out slightly later than I expected. I said it'd be out at 6 PM. I had issues rendering the episode of the Atletico Madrid career mode, which was uploaded a few hours back. And so that meant that this has been pushed back a couple of hours probably. So, very annoyed by that, but apologies. Let's crack on with things. Before we do, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well. And I should also mention the limited edition football tops are still available. I think probably just for today, to be honest. I think this will be the final day now. I'll end it on Monday. It was originally going to be a few days ago, but I have decided to extend it to allow other people to be able to buy them. Link to that is in the top line of the description below. Let's crack on with things. This is the team going to go with this final. Alisson starts in goal. Alexander-Arnold at right back. Van Dijk, Marquinhos and Alexandro in defence. We've got Keita, Wijnaldum and Fekir in midfield with Mane, Firmino and Salah as our front three as usual. Let's crack on with things. Massive final against Newcastle. 2 days' time, we've got another game to play against Brighton. So, bit of a come down from the final of the Carabao Cup, but there you go. We'll try and put out a good enough team for that game as well. Let's see how we get on in this big final match against Newcastle. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Newcastle at Wembley Stadium. Massive Carabao Cup final here. Can we get ourselves a trophy? Let's wait and find out. Very strong team out. You'd certainly hope we win this game with the team that we have out here. We're expected to, because our team is better than Newcastle's, just to put it pretty clearly like that. I mean, that's the case, and so we've got to make sure we use those players to win the game. Firmino turning really well, shooting and scoring. It's a goal already. We're inside 4 minutes. Firmino scores on his left foot. What a start to the final. And it's a brilliant bit of play as well. Just keeps hold the ball really well. Just smacks in the top right hand corner. Whatever. Easy. It's on his left foot. Fantastic finish. Great turn as well. Watch it back on the replay because it is fantastic football and a build-up play as well. Just keeping hold of it, getting the passing right, quite intricate. Opens up his body and fires it into the top right hand corner. What a strike. 1-0. Salah's won it back. Newcastle are in trouble here if this continues. Salah waiting for Firmino. Still going here. Salah plays it back. Fekir looking back to Salah who can shoot. Oh, saved by the keeper. Newcastle are in trouble if they keep up like this because they're certainly sleeping in the opening stages of this game. Wijnaldum to deliver. Firmino going to flick on. Headed towards the back post. Oh, overhead kick from, I think, Sandro, is it there, that did the overhead kick? Not really too sure. We'll have a look. It looks like it might have been overhead or maybe a scissor kick. Difficult to tell. It's out for a corner. Must have taken a deflection. Wijnaldum again going to deliver. Again look for a flick on. This time it misses everyone. Salah puts it back inside. Go for a cross into the back post. What was Mane doing there? He just flew himself at it. Thought he was going to kick his head off. And he just seemed to go with both of his feet in order to try and get something on the end of it. I don't even know what you'd call this. Look at this. Oh, like a kung fu kick. Whew. I want to see more of that. Chance for Newcastle, or just managed to defend it. I was getting worried for a second. That's their first proper opportunity of the game, and I thought we were going to mess that one up. Still makes 1-0. They have kind of settled a little bit more now. Just about defending enough when we go forward. We're still looking at the better team, there's no doubt about it. My only concern is, as ever, when the opposition go forward, they always seem to look a threat, so we have to be careful of that. Fekir coming inside here on his left foot, still going. Fekir still going here, looking for a shot, and he shoots and scores 2-0. What a run from Fekir. Managed to find a way around the Newcastle defence, and with a couple of minutes left of the first half, we've doubled that lead. And it's our captain, Fekir, the guy who'll be lifting this trophy at this rate, who manages to score, just gets past the defence, Messi-esque, the way that he runs past them there, just trying to get past the next player every single time, eventually does. And it finds a great shot as well. Puts past the goalkeeper, 2-0, and we've given ourselves a better advantage now. That's it for the first half, still in the game 2-0. Obviously in a good position, happy with what we're doing at the moment. Controlling this game, really. And Newcastle having very few chances, so it's exactly what we had to do. Very high possession. I think I said something like 63% or something, which is obviously very good. Newcastle yet to have a shot as well, which I thought they had one, but maybe I'm wrong. Firmino charging away from Manquillo here, still going, waiting for some support in the box. He's struggling here for it. He's going to try and find Mane at the back post. He'll head back across. Wijnaldum's there, and it's blocked well by the defence. Out for a corner. Wijnaldum short to Fekir. Fekir going to deliver into the box, into the keeper, but he'll keep hold of it. Salah, go on. Oh, another save. Fekir follows up another block. Could have been 3-0 pretty easily there, but Newcastle again just about saved themselves with the defence. Another block in front of our shot. Prevents the scoreline from growing any bigger for now at least. Newcastle struggling to get out their own half, and we got the ball back again into Firmino. Is he onside though? Firmino shoots and scores. It's 3. That's it. Game over, I think, now for this cup final. 10 minutes into the second half, Firmino scores again, and we've had another one to the scoreline. Newcastle struggling really to leave their own half. We've managed to win back the ball and play a lovely pass through to Firmino. He slots home really well, and it's 3-0. We're running riot here, as you'd expect really against this Newcastle team. We're far superior on paper, and we're showing that in game as well. Great to see. 3-0. Oh, first shot, I thought we'd gone in for a second. And nearly found the back of the net there. Quite a close chance for him. Hit it first time, which is a bit bizarre, but nearly forced a corner or something, but it was so close. Newcastle coming forward for the first time properly here. Perez scores, easy as that. First shot on target, and they found the back of the net. 3-1. And they might just be back in this game now. 61 minutes in, Perez scores a great goal on his left foot. It's not unusual really when we score a couple of goals, the opposition to just roll forward and do the same themselves. That's what's happened here. I wish they'd compete with us for the whole game though, not just after we score. That's my only frustration with this game. I want them to be doing this more often, rather than just as you get your second or get your third goal, because at that point it can sometimes be too late. Firmino. Into Fekir. Fekir looking for Mane, and we nearly responded straight away. It's hit the post. Mane with a great header. Fantastic football as well. Constantly playing around the edge of the box. Really making Newcastle struggle here, but it's a header from Mane who should find the back of the net. It doesn't, and I still remain at 3-1. First change, Jordan Henderson will come on. We'll take off Keita just to freshen up the midfield slightly. Henderson will come on as well as one of our more senior players for the rest of this game, and we'll see how he performs for us. Newcastle still going here, chance for Armstrong, oh, side netting. 5 minutes left of this game, it seems like we might have won it now, but Newcastle still coming forward, still putting pressure on us, and we just have to make sure we don't concede anymore. Chance for Mane, oh, we've messed that up. I thought the keeper was going a little bit closer than that. I thought the chip was going to be a little bit better than that as well. That's it, finishes 3-1, we get ourselves the Carabao Cup. We've won, we're very, very happy that we win the final here. Also 2 goals from Firmino, 1 from Fekir. Was enough to secure us the victory. Newcastle did try and fight back in the last 30 minutes, but it was too little, too late, and we come away with a trophy. Really, really happy with that. A fantastic performance. Fully deserved result as well. Now let's watch the trophy celebrations. And here we go, we have the trophy celebrations now. It's going to be Fekir who's going to somewhat unrealistically lift the trophy for us here. And Fekir will crown us the 2018, no, 2000, what was it? 20? I don't even know. We've won the EFL Cup, basically, the Carabao Cup. It's the one that no one really cares about, but we still try and win it anyway. But there we go, Fekir lifts it, and we got ourselves the EFL trophy. Really happy with that. Obviously good to get a trophy under our belt, and it guarantees us at least 1 bit of silverware anyway this season. Hopefully going to get more as well. But now let's move on, let's have a look at the other games we've got to play. We've got Brighton coming up, I think, in 2 days' time. We're going to obviously have to change around the team, given the final just played here. So we'll make changes for that game. There's also some other changes we'll have to make for other matches coming up as well. So we will be swapping around the team quite a lot in today's episode. This week we see Sanchez go up to 65 overall. That's fantastic news for us. He continues his growth. And we are, again, going to try and integrate him into the first team if we can. He's got a fantastic potential. I think it's something like 88 to 94 potential. Obviously got really good potential on there and a really good future ahead. Looking forward to trying to use him in the near future. As you can see by the league table, things are pretty close at the top. I know obviously we've got a game in hand over Spurs and we could technically be 4 points in front of them, but it's still pretty close at the top. We've got Chelsea who have a game in hand over Spurs as well, and so they could be within 4 points of, I think, Spurs. So it is fairly tight between the top few teams, particularly the top 2 obviously, and that will make for an interesting end to the season. Firmino won Player of the Month last month, which is good to see. And that obviously means he got the February award. We are going to now be moving on to the Brighton game. Let's change around the team and see what side I can put out. Okay, let's crack up the game now against Brighton. This is the team going to go with. Karius starts in goal, so a changed goalkeeper for this game. Gomez comes in at right back, Matip Dillit and turning defence as well. Midfield is Henderson, Chamberlain and Woodburn. We've got Pulisic, Mariano and Sessegnon starting as our front 3 as well. This bench I've gone with. Feel a little bit sorry for Lewis Cook. Hopefully going to get some game time, but he's not performing that well, so it's difficult to start him in these sort of games as much as I want to, and I might just stick Wijnaldum on the bench instead of Salah. We'll go with that as our bench. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully going to come away with 3 points. Quite tough though when you make obviously 11 changes to the team. So let's get on with it. Let's try and win, but we did just have the cup game 2 days ago. We'll wait and see. Okay, let's crack on with this game at the MX Stadium, see how we get on, try and get ourselves a victory. Looking forward to having Mariano starting up front as well. Looking forward to seeing how his performance gets on in this game. Trying to get him a few more goals under his belt after a good few performances recently and since joining. Let's see how he does. Let's try and get him I'm aiming for a hat-trick, which is quite a bold statement, but let's see how we do. Okay, Brighton started pretty well here. They won back the ball now. They're counter-attacking. Good cross in. Chance for us to clear it away though, and it's headed down straight to them. Luckily the volley is wide. Connected it quite well, just in the wrong direction. And Brighton scare us early on here. Henderson to deliver into the box. Looking for Delit. If you can pick him out, great header, but good save by Ryan. What a delivery. Whew, just managed to head that one away. It's a close one. Gomez clears it. Brighton's still having a good few attacks. And still looking a threat at times. It's making for an interesting opening 30 minutes. And certainly challenges here, which is good to see. Another chance for them. Hits the post and goes out. So close. Another opportunity. Another one we haven't taken. Pulisic trying to cross into the middle. Woodburn's in there. So's Oxlade-Chamberlain. And again blocked by Brighton. Both teams having great chances. End-to-end stuff at the moment. Session recovering it, looking for a cross into the middle. Great delivery, Oxlade-Chamberlain's there, and again will be cleared away by Brighton. Both teams having such good chances. Neither side can break the deadlock though. It's half-time, it's 0-0. It's not one of those boring 0-0s though, which is the only positive I can really take. Both teams having good chances, both teams probably should have scored. And so we could be in for quite a lively second half here. We'll wait and see, just hoping that we can nick a few goals and come away with the win, because it's one of those sort of games we don't really know which way it's going to go. Right now, my money would be on probably a 1-1 draw, if I'm honest. Ball onto Pulisic now. He's in behind the fullback. Needs some more bodies in the middle. We've got some arriving. Can we get it in there? We have. And saved by Ryan. It's a great connection though from Woodburn. Gets a brilliant header on it. Unfortunately, not enough to direct it past the keeper though. Okay, all three changes. Solanke, Origi and Cook all going to come on. We'll take off Woodburn, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Pulisic. Just slight change in where players are playing now. Mariano's going to go play behind Solanke. Origi on the right-hand side. So really mixing things up, but trying to add a bit more height into our attack. Get some more balls into the box for Solanke. And we'll try and push for it for the final 25 minutes. Don't really want to drop 2 points here against Brighton. Obviously that'll allow Tottenham to get a little bit closer to us, which we can't really allow to happen. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully nick a goal in the late stages here. Chance for Solanke, and that should be the goal. It is. It trickles in. Solanke's been on the pitch for 2 minutes, and he scores. It's 1-0. And look at that for making those changes. What an impact they've had. I think it's the striker Mariano there, I think. Yeah, playing into Solanke. He gets the assist. Obviously just dropped it in behind the striker as well. And it's worked out perfectly. Ryan doesn't get a good enough save on it. And it goes into the back of the net. It's 1-0. And we're taking the lead finally. What will the response be from Brighton though? Let's wait and see. Session over to Tierney. Tierney going forward. Looking for a good delivery into Origi. Oh, trying to head it back across goal, but Ryan saves. Origi over to Solanke. Solanke running through, going to shoot, has to be. It is, it goes off the bar and it's 2-0. Solanke scores again. The substitute's got 2 since going on, and we've doubled our lead. It looks like we'll come away with the 3 points here. 6 minutes to go. Look at this from Solanke. Great bit of play from Origi as well. Little reverse pass. Solanke smashes it in off the bar. It's 2-0. And we've got ourselves a 2-0 lead now. We've doubled it. And we are now going to go on to win this game. Solanke going for a third. A little bit ambitious, but wasn't that far away. Chance for Brighton late on, and I've got themselves a goal back. It always felt like they would. They've not done anything in the second half. Based on the first half, they certainly deserved a goal. So did we, but the first half ended 0-0. Based on the second half, they certainly don't deserve to score, but they do. It's into the top right-hand corner, good finesse goal, and the pulled one back. Now, it's going to be too late, I think, for them to get anything from this game. The whistle should be blown in a second. But still disappointed to lose the clean sheet so late on. There we go, finishes 2-1, makes the game seem a little bit closer. I suppose it was fairly close in the first half, like I say, but we certainly were the better team in the second half. And yeah, got ourselves a victory. It's the most important thing when you make 11 changes, and we come away with a good victory there against Brighton. Okay, it's the final game of today's episode now. We're going to make a couple more changes to this team for the game against Everton. It's a home match, it's in the league. About 4 days after the game we've just played. We've got another match against Bayern Leverkusen in the round of 16. It's the second leg to play in 3 days' time. That'll be next episode though. So we have had to make some changes to this game, but it's still like a balanced team. So there's some good players, some changed players. Alisson in goal, we've got Gomez, Matip, Delit and Sandro in defence. Cook, Wijnaldum and Henderson in midfield, with also Chamberlain, Firmino and Origi as our front three. This is the bench I've gone with. Marquinhos, Tierney, Keita, Pulisic, Woodburn, Mane and Solanke on there. Quite clearly a lot of good players that are able to play. Fekir, Salah could all play, but we're saving them for the game against Bayern Leverkusen because we only have a 2-1 advantage there. So we're going to make sure we try and get a win in that match next episode. We're now going to focus on the big Merseyside derby though, that we have up against Everton here. Let's see how we get on. It's a home match for us to play. Everton find themselves in 4th place, which is well above where they're used to being. Yeah, there we go. Bit of banter there, no? Everton fans in the comments, they'll love that. Any Everton fans watching this? Probably not. But we do find ourselves 10 points in front of them right now, so we could extend that lead to 13 if we win here. Let's wait and see. Hopefully come away with a victory. Okay, we go for this Merseyside derby match to finish off today's episode against Everton. Let's crack on with the game at Anfield. Can we win over our big rivals? Let's wait and see. Vincent Kompany started at the back for Everton. Bit of a strange signing for them, but we did play up against him before. And we're hoping that he's going to be the weakness in that defence. Maybe the lack of pace might be able to help us out. Let's see whether we can start quickly. Firmino looking to get across in the middle. Good block though. Origi waits for the overlap here of Sandro. Good run from him. Can he pick out anybody in the middle? Go for the back post. And Pickford will get there really well. Chance. Okay. Everton have taken the lead. 1-0. Their first shot of the game and they score about 18 minutes in, I think, here. And it's a good strike. But I think maybe the keeper should do better. Maybe it's difficult to tell. Does turn the man pretty quickly. I don't know how much he sees of the ball. Quite a lot by the looks of it. De Ligt tries to get there, but I think just too far away for Alisson to be able to get to. So Everton take the lead. Surprising one. Didn't really see that one happening, but there we go. Lose the match 1-0, and it's another situation of where we have to come back from being behind. Chance here, Firmino, tight angle, off the bar, so close. Such a difficult angle to shoot from, but I went for it anyway, and unfortunately didn't quite find the back of the net. Oh, ball through to Firmino, has to be a goal. What a save from Pickford, followed up and scored. It's 1-1, we've equalised, and it's a goal there from Origi. He puts it into an empty net, and we've managed to get ourselves back at level terms here. Thought the Firmino shot was going to go in originally, it doesn't. It rebounds to Origi, he scores, and it's a good bit of play from us once again here. Thought this was going to go in, but it's a great save, and luckily Origi's there to follow up. It's 1-1, and we've got ourselves on level terms now with Everton. Wijnaldum's still going, could see it back inside, looking for a cross into the middle, good chance. Oh, saved by Pickford. Sandro coming forward now into Origi. Cut this one back, please, Origi, and find the cross. Go on, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh, well played from the defender. Out for a corner a couple of minutes before half-time. Still looking to try and take the lead if we can. Oxlade-Chamberlain now going to deliver into the box. Sandro's there, but cleared away again. Yes, what a challenge. Right through the back of Rooney. That's not going to be a red, is it? It's not going to be a red, surely. No. No, he's given it a red card. And Jordan Henderson's been sent off. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was a yellow card, clearly, because he stopped the play, but is that seriously being given as a red? Oh, come on, it's a derby. You've got to expect those sort of challenges. How is the referee given a red card there? I just don't see how this is a red card. Goes to the ball quite clearly. Rooney just passes it quicker. Okay, I've gone through the back of him. That might be a slight issue, but it was supposed to be through the side of him, if anything. And the referee has sent off Jordan Henderson. Well then, down to 10 men. That could really change this game. Let's see how we can rearrange things. Okay, so we're going to change formation to a 4-4-2 diamond type formation. We're still going to go 3 midfield. We're going to go 2 up front. So still trying to go forward if we can. We'll wait and see how that works out. Obviously, Everton have the extra man now as we go into half-time. And wait, 2 red cards? Why does it say 2 red cards? No, that's not right, surely. What's happened here? Definitely just 1 red card, but it says 2 at the top. That's got me a little bit worried. What's the referee doing? Must just be a glitch. Okay, Henderson's definitely been sent off, but it's saying that someone else has as well. Yeah, not seen that before. Very bizarre. But we're just going to focus on this game now. Focus on trying to nick a win. It's going to be tough. Send him off. Oh, he's bottled it as the ref there. It's going to be tough, but we'll wait and see. I'm hoping that we've got enough in this team to be able to nick a victory. It's very difficult in these sort of matches when you're playing with 10 men now. Okay, half-time, 1-1. Time to regroup. This could be an interesting second half. 10 men in the Merseyside derby. Okay, still playing with 2 strikers. Why not? We'll give it a go. Still playing with 3 in midfield. Wait, did I mention through all that Lewis Cook came off and Keita came on? Did I mention that or not? I don't think I did. But yeah, Keita came on to play as a holding midfielder. Didn't really suit Lewis Cook as well, so we'll just do that change. And we didn't really have any other holding midfielders on the bench, so we didn't have too many choices. Sandro goes forward. Thought it scored. It's wide. Should really do better, I think, there as well. Well played. De Ligt wins it back in a good area. Now there's a chance to pounce on this. De Ligt over to Firmino. Needs to outpace Kompany. That's not difficult. Firmino shoots off the post and cleared away. We needed that. We needed that goal. Such a good chance for us. We didn't take it. And that might be one of the better chances we have for the rest of this game. Such a good opportunity to put us in front against the run of play. Keita going forward now. Looks to try and create something still. But this time cleared away. Go on, Firmino wins that over Michael Keane. Still going, looking for a chance on his left foot. Saved by Pickford. Trying to follow up with Wijnaldum. He still might as well. Another save by Pickford again. Despite being a man more than us, they are still struggling in this game. Now we're going to have a delivery in. It's another clearance away 15 minutes left. We're still looking for a winner, and we're looking for the most likely team to do that as well. 8 minutes to go, final changes. Solanke, Mane to come on. We're going to take off Origi and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mane's going to go playing behind the two strikers now as well, so we're going a little bit more attacking for the final 8 minutes. Everton have a free kick, the first real time they've been in our half, I think, or one of very few times anyway. I think they've been in our half in the second half anyway. So, yeah, has been very few chances for them in the second half. Sigurdsson and Florenzi over this one. We seem to have barely anybody back, or do we just not have many players on the pitch? One of the two, but it's safe anyway. Chance on the break now if we can get going. Solanke trying to drive the team forward, needing more options. Mane needs to support him as well, and he might do here. Solanke looking to Firmino, now over to Mane. Can he chest it down? Oh no, goes to the path of Pickford, who will save. Could that be the final chance we have? Chance at Everton, we're giving the ball away really sloppy here, but fantastic challenge from Matip. Still coming here, Matip looking for another challenge. And Everton have thrown loads of players forward. We're struggling a little bit. We've won it back with De Ligt. Now counter-attack. Where's Mane when you need him? Solanke brings it forward. Looking for Mane, who's found himself on the left-hand side. Giving it straight to Florenzi. That's it. Finishes 1-1. Probably the better team in the second half when we went down to 10 men. Everton didn't use the player advantage. And that's probably because at the best of times they look like they're playing with 10 men, don't they, Everton? So they didn't really see any advantage of them having an extra man over us. And consequently, we came away with a draw. Probably could have won the game as well. We had a good few chances in the second half, but didn't quite have the clinical finish. Pickford played really well. Probably the man of the match in my eyes. But there you go. That's the end of the match. That's the end of the episode as well. Disappointed with a 1-1 draw, despite being down to 10 men. Felt we could have nicked a 2-1 victory. It didn't happen, unfortunately. But that will pretty much be everything for today's episode. We'll quickly take a look at any emails if we have any, and then we'll end things here. No important emails to take a look at, so we'll leave things here. Obviously, dropping 2 points there against Everton will allow Tottenham to come back into the title race even more if they decide to capitalise on that game. That's everything for today's episode, though. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Goodbye.